13 steps that are slow and steady, repetitions, as it were, in the bass part of this music that you hear, each one feeling heavier than the last, and then seemingly a final exhale, a final breath at the end of this work in a hopeful, it would seem, G major chord on that ending text of sepultus est, buried was. And the question is, why would it end with such hope? It's Friday, April the 18th, 2025, Good Friday. I'm Jared Ritchie, and you're listening to the Friday 5 series. Each week in this little podcast series for Musically Speaking, we take 5 minutes to explore either a great piece of music or possibly a musical idea or two that I think is worth your time. And the question that I left hanging there before the intro played is still lingering. Why end in hope at the beginning of this piece? And to ask a Christian is to pretty confidently get the answer, because we know what happens next in the story. Of course, Christ rises, but the hope that comes in here is quite remarkable, and I thought we would consider that today, a veiled hope, as it were, on this Good Friday. If you've been listening the past few weeks, we've listened to the music of Bach through 2 different Passion narratives. 2 weeks ago, we heard the Matthew Passion, and then last week we looked at the more turbulent, slightly shorter St. John Passion. Well, this week we hear a movement that we started to listen to that's not specifically written for Good Friday, as those 2 works were, but it's still no less suited for Good Friday meditation. So I thought I would give it to you. It's the Crucifixus from Bach's Mass in B minor that was finished just 3 years before his death. It's a profound meditation on Christ's suffering and his sorrow, and yet it's a quiet, hopeful ending that is befitting of how Christians should meditate on Good Friday. I thought I'd give you 3 reasons why you should go and check this piece out before Good Friday's finished, or at least before Easter Sunday gets here. The first of those reasons is the weeping motif. You hear this Crucifixus sound. It's the sighing, how each voice enters in a downward way. Crucifixus, right? It's sorrowful. Bach is using these descending figures to show not only grief, but layered. It also seems to communicate a larger groaning from the world. It's not really a theatrical, but it's text painting, and it's very meaningful. Reason number 2 I would give you is this is a chaconne, and it's a song form that actually feels very much like it's plodding and walking to the cross. This repetitive bass pattern happens 13 times. It's deliberate, it's weighty. It's as if Christ's bearing the cross, and you can feel it in the way the music works. It just keeps going towards the cross and towards Golgotha, like we know that Christ did. And so it's remarkable use of a song form, and it's the second reason why you should check this out. And that's your third reason, the ending. Tension without relief, at least not until those final words. It's E minor the whole time, and then that hopeful major chord, as if to say an exhaling of the breath and death that still points to the resurrection, even in using that major sound. So listen to this if you can this weekend, and even listen to the next movement and see how it springboards in Easter hopefulness and rejoicing. Well, that's all the time I have. I'll see you next time.